Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for Juuni Taisen episode 2. So, I said at the end of the first one, I was like, okay, there's only 10 out of 12 left, we're going kind of fast, but after this it seems like the pacing is sort of becoming more apparent, and it seems like it's going to be those things where people are eliminated a little bit more slowly from now on, and there might be a few big death episodes, but generally I think we're going to go like 3/4 of the series, maybe even more, is going to be about them sort of doing the survival game, and the survival game getting a bit more slow and pacing out the characters' backstories a bit more. And then the last maybe quarter of the show is going to be about them trying to take down the game and escape it, because that's usually how these things go, and the seeds for that have already been planted this episode. But either way, let's talk about this. So we start off 10 out of 12 left. That's where we left off last time. Everyone is escaping the building after the collapse, all going their separate ways. Rabbit takes Boar's crystal and of course makes her a zombie as well. So each time he kills a person, he's going to be growing his own sort of corpse army. We get the opening, which is what we saw at the end of the first episode, and it was good. I really liked the song. The visuals might take a little while to grow on me. I think they're good. Not sure how fitting I think they are for the show itself. Whenever you see scenes of the show and then the opening, there's a little bit of a disconnect. But I think, again, that's just, I've only seen it twice now, so I think that it has a lot of time to grow on me. But the song is really good. So Monkey is still pantsless. And Rat is the sleepy guy. We finally get to figure out which of the Zodiac he is. Monkey, we get confirmation that she's the one that blew the floor up because she sensed that somebody was about to kill them, because they didn't want the Alliance to take form. They wanted to end the game by killing, not by peace. And still not sure how Monkey plans to do this by peace, but if I was in that game, I would be trying to barf up that crystal, because you barf up the poison crystal, and then, like, if you do that, and it hasn't dissolved enough to kill you, then I would assume, because it's slow working, so if you take it out now, it probably isn't enough to kill you. Yeah, I think you should just kind of try to barf it back up, and then the worst case scenario, you do like Dog was trying to do, and you just hide for a while, and everybody else dies off of the poison because they can't find you. So I mean, yeah, it seems like maybe if Monkey's idea is for them to all barf up their crystals, that seems like the obvious thing to do from the beginning. I don't know why no one's tried it yet, to be honest. But Boar apparently won the last Juuni Taisen. We find out from a sort of flashback speech by Goat or Sheep, whatever he is. I think it's a goat. But Boar won last time by luring the fight into a populated area, so that, I guess because he didn't really care about involving civilians, but whoever he was fighting probably did. We go on from there to see everyone doing their own thing for now. Tiger presumably looking for Ox. I think it's Ox that she's looking for, but she finds alcohol instead. I love the OST they use there. We find out Dog's backstory, and that he uses poison, and he prepared an antidote when he found out that the crystal was poison, which he could tell from the beginning. So, yeah, pretty much his plan is to hide while everybody else dies, until they get down to a few, and then he can just sort of sweep up the survivors. But he gets found by Rooster, who tries to form a team with him. And he thinks she's an idiot, but from the beginning I definitely don't think she's an idiot. I think everybody in the game has their own plan, and is smart and capable enough to be in the game. So I do feel like she is hiding more than what we've seen of her. Rooster's ability to see through birds' eyes, really useful. Not so much in a combat, well, I guess even in a combat situation it's kind of useful, but probably the most useful ability when it just comes to support or utility at this point. So apparently she also knows about Rabbit's team, so she tells him about that. Ox is insanely strong. Dog's going over the ones that he knows, says Ox is insanely strong. Monkey, pantsless pacifist. And she just, even in the flashback, she's just going around to these different army bases wearing no pants. Like, nobody is, like, saying anything about how she's not wearing pants. They even mention how skimpy Rooster's costume is, but nothing about Monkey just not wearing pants. Also, Dragon's threat should be halved now that Snake is dead, but I don't believe that for a second, because Dragon probably strong enough on his own, and I feel like it's interesting that the writer of this put in characters that were meant to work together and be a duo, but one of them died at the very beginning, so it does make me think that there's a little bit more to Dragon and Snake's story going on there that we're not really keyed into yet. Especially, I don't think there'd be a character that we find out nothing about, so if anything, maybe even Snake's backstory is supposed to be something that's going to be important to the plot. Anything else? Ox then finds the zombie boar and moves along because he's like, there's other things to do right now. I think he might be planning to try to kill... He could potentially be trying to kill the others, since we see him attack Horse later on. He could be trying to kill the others before the Necromancer does, so that they can't be brought back to life and added to his army. But I think that scene is purposefully deceiving, but I'll get to that. So Horse is thinking through the possible alliances and trying to find other people that are of like moderate personality. Dog bites Rooster to power her up, and she crushes his skull, which everybody I've talked to said they thought it was funny. I thought it was funny too. I just like left it like sort of let out a little bit of laugh when I saw it. I couldn't hold it in because I was just like, okay, well, whatever. There goes a character. Sees down. Horse then sees Ox and is immediately attacked. But what I'm thinking here is when that we don't really get to see it clearly happen. We see Ox rush at him. We hear the clang of metal as Horse puts up his arms to block, and we cut away. So I'm thinking maybe Horse just like deflected it and is like, oh shit, and gets out of there. And he is Horse, so maybe defense or stamina, running speed, something like that has something to do with whatever his power is. But I think that Horse definitely survived, at least right now that's what I'm thinking. Or what could have happened is that Ox wasn't really aiming for Horse. We're just meant to think that. Actually, maybe he rushed past him and the metal clanging was that he saved Horse from Rabbit, who was jumping out of nowhere with his knives or something. So that could always make sense because he could be hunting down the Necromancer, and that would mean his target is Rabbit. So Ox, I'm not sure where he fits into all of this yet. That was it though, I think. Yeah, it was an awesome episode, really intriguing and cool. A lot more to learn about this world and all the characters and stuff. So yeah, and again, I'm thinking they're probably going to take down Duet a Couple, was that his name? And the game itself, and they're going to break out because Dog already mentioned that Monkey would be trying to do that, and if it was her, maybe she even could. So that of course makes me think she's not going to survive, and that other characters are going to be able to end the game because of her sacrifice or something like that. But yeah, or because of her plans, even though she doesn't make it herself. Either way, giving it 9 power chickens out of 10. It was great. Also, before I end the review, power ranking the 9 that are left in the order I think are most to least likely to survive at this point. And I think I might do this at the end of each review. So, end of episode 2 review, who do I think is most likely to survive? Brat. He seems like the quiet, sleepy, the sort of hidden main character that we're going to learn about his past, and he's going to end up being the cool main character. So I'm thinking Rat's most likely to survive right now. Second place is Horse. Horse, I think it's the moderate personality, and I can see him being developed into just a good guy character. Of course, that could mean he gets killed off before the end as a support role in the story. But right now, thinking Horse to me is second most likely to survive. Third is Ox. We still don't know much about him, but he's super, super strong, so it would take a lot to kill him. Fourth is Dragon, just because I could see it happening where Dragon is actually really strong on his own, or he doesn't seem worried about his brother dying, so maybe he has some sort of plan, or maybe even that's part of his plan, or possibly that was a body double and his brother isn't actually dead. There are a lot of possibilities, but Dragon has enough mystery around him right now, and the fact that his brother died seems really suspicious, so I'm thinking fourth most likely to survive from what we know so far. Fifth place is Tiger. Tiger's really cool. I could see her living, I could see her dying. 6th is Monkey. Monkey, I think, is probably going to die because she's the one that's going against the test and stuff, and that's usually how it goes. But there's always a chance that she succeeds in getting out of the test and survives. So she's pretty low on the list, but I think it's totally possible. 7th is Rabbit. Rabbit seems like the main bad guy right now. Probably not gonna live. Probably going to be not the main bad guy, like the test and Duet a Couple is like the main big bad guy for the end of the season, but he's sort of the bad guy within the test that they have to beat before they can take down the test itself. So I think they're probably going to die, or for whatever reason we could learn about their backstory. The other characters could actually, I don't want to say make friends with them, but at least align with them, and Rabbit could make a good guy turn and come out the end of this alive. So probably going to die, but there's a chance I think Rabbit could survive. 2nd to least likely, Goat. Goat is just an old man and seems like for anime, I guess he's just not as marketable a character as the others to me, so that's why I say he's 2nd most likely. And of course, the least likely to survive the test and the most likely to die, even more likely to die than Goat, is Rooster, because Rooster already got bit, and Dog said it was a temporary thing. And it was a type of poison. He said it was a type of poison that made her temporarily strong. So we don't even know if she's basically already dead woman walking. We don't know if she's just going to drop dead whenever this power of hers runs out at the moment. So because of that, she may already pretty much be dead. Or even if she survives this, if she survives this whole poison ordeal, then maybe she can climb higher up on the list by the end of next episode. But also the promo for next episode made it seem like she was playing a big important main role. So even then that makes me think she's likely dying next episode. I'll be surprised if Rooster survives next episode. So yeah. So that was it. Most least likely, I'll run through it really quick. It was rat, horse, ox, dragon, tiger, monkey, rabbit, goat, and then rooster. So that was most least likely to survive for me. So yeah, that was it. I ranked those and I gave the review. What'd I say for the score? 9 out of 10? Yeah, 9 out of 10. Either way, hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you did like it. Subscribe for more if you want to. Comment down there and tell me what you thought of this episode, what you thought of my thoughts on it. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there on stuff for the channel. If you want a link to our Discord server so we can talk there, we have a section for Juuni Taisen to discuss things. So yeah, if you want a link to that, just ask and I'll give you one. Thanks once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.